Hello YouTube, Luke of the Cave, coming at you guys from outside of the cave. For a special video today, I'm going to show you guys how I do hot wings. Let's venture into the kitchen. Alright, so now we're in the kitchen. We're going to get started on making these hot wings. So let me show you the ingredients. Alright, so this is basically what you'll need. Just ignore the paint in the corner here. This is what you'll basically need. These 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 things basically. We'll count this as one because it's the chicken. So, you can either get pre-cut or regular uncut wings. This is all they had at the store, but you get your wings. Okay, I got 2 packs here. You're going to need the crock pot, because that's the majority of the time that it's going to be in. A small pot. Garlic powder, onion powder, and oregano. Some Worcestershire sauce. And then we like to use the Frank's Red Hot Original, but we've also tried it with the Buffalo, the original, the Slammin' Sriracha, the Hot Buffalo, and we've also tried it with it was like a lime, some kind of crazy lime Frank's. We haven't tried this one yet, the extra hot, but maybe in the future. We prefer this over Texas Pete's and Cristal's. Frank's is a really good hot sauce. So you want to get your 2 bottles of Frank's. You got the 1 tablespoon, or 1 tablespoon, 1 teaspoon, and then your stirring spoon, and then 2 sticks of butter. Yes. Let me get that again. 2 sticks of butter. Bam. 2 sticks of butter. Okay. Alright. So these are basically all you'll need to make your wings. Maybe one sheet of aluminum foil and 1 baking sheet, but we'll get to that later. I'll also include a ingredients list and a parts list in the bucket below of what you'll need. So let's get started. Now, since your chicken is nice and snug in the crock pot, we're going to take our little pot. We're going to take 1 bottle of hot sauce, Worcestershire, garlic powder, onion powder, oregano leaves, and Uncle Butter. And we're going to put it right in here. Of course, using our handy dandy tools. So, here we go. Let's start things off. I'll start off by adding my hot sauce into the pot. Next, adding 2 tablespoons of the Worcestershire sauce, followed by 2 teaspoons of the oregano, the garlic, and the onion powder. And then I'll take my stick of Uncle Butter, I'll chop it up, and there we go. What I like to do next is, as you see, I cut the butter up. I just like to put my burner on medium, give it a little bit of time to simmer and to allow the butter to melt. That's where the spoon comes in. We'll take our spoon and we'll eventually start stirring it up, and then once it melts, then okay, so you're gonna leave it on medium like this. Medium. Says bubbling up and boiling a little bit. You don't want to go too crazy. Once it starts doing that, take your top off. You put it on low and you just let it simmer for 5 minutes. Okay? Now let it simmer for 5 minutes, and then once we hit 0, I'll show you what you do next. Alright. Bam. So, we got the bubbling going on, and we can turn this off. It's nice and hot. This is basically going to be our marinade. We're just going to take this on over, and we're going to pour it all over these little puppies here. This is what they're going to be soaking in. Alright, so now since we got our puppies on in here, we're gonna save this for later. Gonna clean it out because we're gonna use it once more. But we can put the lid on this, and then we can turn it to high. So here we go. Alright, so it's been 2 hours on high. To prove it, we went to BK, got the crown. Alright, so now another easy step, 2 hours on low. Crockpot to low, and we let it sit for 2 hours, and we will come back. Okay guys, we're coming to the final stretch here. So we had 2 hours on high, now we got 2 hours on low. We finished that off. You can tell because I'm wearing a new shirt now, I think. We went to the Halloween store. Okay, so 2 hours on low, check. Now we're going to get our baking sheet ready. Okay, got our baking sheet. I like to use a little bit of vegetable oil. You know, put it on there, nice and good to prevent sticking. We don't want that chicken to stick. Okay, I'm gonna put the chicken on the pan. On the chicken's gonna go on this thing that I just did. We're gonna preheat the oven 400 degrees. Bake. Okay, so it's going to start. And now, while that preheats, I'm going to take the chicken, put it on the baking sheet, and I'm going to get my top coat of sauce ready. So for the top coat, this is what we do. We're just taking this second bottle of sauce, right on in. I'm going to chop up the butter, put it in as well. I'm just taking the chicken, transferring the chicken from the crock pot right onto the sheet, letting the drippage, the spillage, just like that. Chicken is on the tray ready to be put in the oven. Transfer the chicken to the oven, and we're going to set it. 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. Alright, so the chicken is been for 10 minutes now. We're going to take our last bottle of sauce in the butter, which is melted, and we are just going to put it on lowish, to simmer for the last 20 minutes. You'll see it bubbling occasionally and whatnot, and that's it for this step. Alright, so our chicken is now out of the oven for 30 minutes. We put our sauce on simmer, for the 20 minutes. Now I'm going to spoon on the sauce. I'll be taking this and then bringing it on over, and drizzling it on. You could just take the whole thing and drizzle it on, but for this video, I'm just going to show you what it looks like after. Sauce is on. Now we're going to transfer them to a plate. Alright, so after you transfer them from the baking sheet to the plate, you're ready to eat them. Me personally, I like to put some ranch. Alyssa, she enjoys sour cream. Everyone's different. So you don't have to follow these ingredients to a T. You could try different types of hot sauce. You don't have to marinate them with the oregano and the garlic, and those are just kind of a basis of how we do our wings. So here's the finished product. Glaze upon the wings and the ranch. That's how to make Luke of the Caves, Luke of the Wings.